Hey guys, what's going on? So we're back with yet another deck haul for you guys. So today we're going to be discussing Salamangreat, post-ban list, and I'll be going through a 40 card deck with you, with a side deck and an extra deck. Also at the end I'll give my thoughts on how I think the deck will compete within the meta over the next few months. And yeah, so I'm just going to give you guys my 40 card deck profile. It's still quite popular. I think it's still quite relevant. However, yeah, the deck did take some consistency hits on the ban list, but we will cover cards that replace those cards that we lost. And yeah, so 40 card deck, I'll get straight into the deck profile. So the ratios I'll explain as well. I'll try and do my best to cover everything. But if you guys leave a like, that'll be great, and comment any suggestions, any feedback. And yeah, so we'll get straight into the profile. So of course we play the Gazelle. Still the best card. So we want to play cards to help us see Gazelle every game, because if we don't see Gazelle, we'll probably struggle in our match. For the other Salamangreat cards, we play the 3 Spinny. Spinny's proper important now because you want to taper out to those rank 3s, being Mirage, Stalio. Also play the 3 Foxy for consistency, and it's a good normal summon. And then for 3 one-ofs, we play 1 Fowl, 1 Falco, and 1 Jet Jaguar. I think this is pretty standard, to be honest. I'm not going to explain too much what's going on here. So that is it for the salad monsters. Next for the hand traps. So we still like to play quite a few hand traps, because I think the deck is still 1 card, 2 card combos. So 3 Phantasme, 3 Ash. We play the 2 Ogre and 2 Vader, so that is it. That's 10 hand traps in total. I did used to play 11, I think, but I think 10 is quite nice now because you don't want to break on them too much. And of course, if you go in second, it's what Salad is good at. You can main deck so many hand traps and are really effective in the meta as well. Of course, if you play against Draco or something, you can always take the Phantasmas out. But yeah, so for the other consistency cards, monster-wise, we play the 3 Buffalo, and then for utility, we play Reclusia. Okay, so I was playing the backup secretary. However, I felt Reclusia had more utility, and with it being a fire monster, if you don't have access to the Mirage Stalio, you can always link it off for the Sunlight Wolf. So I feel like even though backup secretary assisted with the Flame Buffalo discard, Reclusia did help with utility and for just more diversity in the deck, which we needed. So I think Reclusia is the better option over the backup secretary. But yeah, Flame Buffalo is really good now because you have to play 3. I do not play the Lady Debug because it's too fragile of a normal summon. I feel like if it gets ashed, or if it gets Solemn Judgment, striked even as well, you would take a massive neg and it could potentially stop your turn. So I think Flame Buffalo is a better option. And then we'll play more consistency cards to aid these monsters too. So that is it for the monster lineup. Really standard and really effective. So next for the spell cards, play 3 Mining, which is a mandatory in the deck now, with the unfortunate 1 Circle. These are your search cards, and Mining is really important now. If it gets ashed, it gets ashed. But yeah, so that's what we have to live with. So yeah, that's the consistency cards. There's still, you still play 4 consistency cards, so the deck is still pretty consistent. It's just you will break more often. However, other decks, you have to think when looking at the ban list as other decks took hits as well, so at least they brought the level down of all the other decks around it. So yeah, for the 1 of salad cards, we play Sanctuary, the 1 Will, and the 1 Fusion of Fire. So I was playing 2 Will for a while, but however, seeing both of them in the same hand is really annoying, and the fact it's searchable as well is always a plus. And we always play Fusion because the OTK is absolutely, it can literally win you a game on the spot. If you're on the back foot and you have access to Fusion of Fire, you can win a game there and then. So I think it's a must to play the Fusion of Fire. Obviously in the mirror as well, it comes in clutch. So for the last of the spells, we play 3 Cold and 2 Cosmic Cyclone. 3 Cold is a really big card now because of the Ash on the side that mine in. And then of course the Cosmic Cyclone, because it can deal with Draco, Sky Striker, and any other rogue deck that plays back row. So Cosmic Cyclone is really important, as well as Call of the Grave, so that's why we play these. And then next for the traps, we only play the 3 traps, and that being 2 raw, 1 rage. Not much to say about these, obviously really important to the deck. I think the 2 raw instead of the 2 rage is better now, just because you can reset itself off the Reincarnation Summon. So I think that's probably the best ratio in my opinion. So that is it for the main deck, so 40 cards. Yeah, so I've tested it out, it works pretty well. And yeah, so I'll probably go locals with it a couple of times, see how it gets on. It'd be interesting to see how it goes forward. Like I said, I'll do more discussion at the end of the video for you guys to see how my personal opinions are on the future of the deck and format. So we're going to the extra deck, play 3 Balinks, 3 Wolf, and 2 Heatleo, really standard. I was thinking of cutting the Balinks pre-ban list, however now it's mandatory to play the 3 because it helps in a grind game, and you always want to trigger Wolf's effect just to get more advantage back to your hand. And obviously Heatleo at 2 is amazing for OTK, so that's why we still play those. For the rest of the extra deck, we just play utility, that being Phoenix and Unicorn. I do not play Heater, so it's a big call not playing Heater. However, the mirror match does not come up as often as it would before, and I felt Heater was a card you wouldn't go into as much, so I thought playing Unicorn and also playing a Borderlo Dragon is just better for diversity and getting over problematic monsters, you know, that can act floodgates, that can, you know, shuffle back cards, and obviously the Borderlo is really good for getting over the awkward boss monster. So yeah, in my opinion, these cards are more important than Heater at the moment. So yeah, that is why we play these. Also for the extra deck, we play now the only 1 Raj because you can always shuffle it back with the Jack. So I think 1 is, if you're careful, if you're a good player with Salad, 1's enough. But if you feel like the grind game happens too much and you'd rather be safe, 2 is perfectly acceptable. But in this, in my opinion, I think 1's enough, just because you can shuffle it back and it's easy to get back. Also for the XYZs, we play Abyss Dweller. It doesn't come up as much, however, it is still playable in the deck, and against the odd Orcus and even Thunder Dragon as well, it can hit. So I think it's really good utility to have Abyss Dweller in the deck. And then for the fusions, we play Violent Chimera and the Starvenom Fusion Dragon, because we side deck the Super Poly. So yeah, so that is it for the extra deck. And then, like I say in all my videos, the side deck is always something you want to take into cost where what event you're playing. So if you're going to locals, you might want to see what people are playing locals. You've got a lot of True Draco locals. You might want to side in like more evenly matched, more Twin Twisters. If your locals are more, you know, combo-y, you want to put in more Super Polys. And yeah, so I'll show you guys the side deck. But like I would say, the side deck is always tailored to what event you're going to play. So in this instance, to give you guys sort of like a template, we do 3 Pankratops because it's really good, 3 Lancia because it's good against Orcus and Thunder Dragon, and then for the 1-of we play the Paro because Paro is amazing in time. So yeah, we'll probably never take this card out because it's so good in time, it's so niche to the deck, so it really helps. And then we play 3 Twin Twister because we can take out Cosmic Cyclone, put in more back row power to get rid of those problematic floodgates, like they can only be 1, and you know, it can also take out a Solemn Judgment. Say if your opponent has to negate that Solemn Judgment, so has to negate the Twin Twister with the Judgment, it's a big blow for them because they have to pay cost of the life points to negate a Twin Twister. So Twin Twisters are insane in this format. I think it'd be really good, and it's a must to side deck. Also, just play the 2 Super Poly. I think 3 is a bit overkill for this deck specifically because it's quite fast tempo. You can get access to Fusion of Fire as well, so I think 2 is just enough. And then for the going first card against Pendulum Striker, we play Imperial Order and Anti-Spell. So that is it for the side deck. In my opinion, I think the deck is good for now. However, when the new archetypes drop and like Runcessor upcoming is more pendulum in the format, I think the deck will struggle. However, for now, I think the deck is really good still, and it can still pack a punch for what it's worth. However, you do have to invest in the minings and obviously Phantasmi. Yeah, so I think the deck will still be really relevant for the next few months. However, when the new archetypes do come out, I think it will drop off a little bit because those cards will, new archetypes will be so powerful. You know, Kanari want to sell their cards and they want to make them really strong, and I think this deck will probably slip off, just like the other decks in the format, to be honest. So yeah, so I think that's my deck profile. If you guys leave a like, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, and follow my Twitter in the description below to stay updated. And so yeah, cheers guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Take care, goodbye.